today we have Twinings and this new brand that we've never tried called Choice Organics.
So we've had English and Scottish breakfast tea, and we liked them. We thought we'd try Irish breakfast tea, just see what the difference is.
And apparently Darjeeling is kind of close to that, and also we've never had Darjeeling, so we decided that we would try them together.
So let's find out what some classic black teas taste like.
So we have actually reviewed a book called Death by Darjeeling.
And we were just awful curious to see why they chose that drink. So let's smell it.
I'm very excited, actually. We've been on a weird, well, unknown tea kind of mood recently, so.
And the box says it's kind of fruity. Does that smell like a berry to you?
Yeah, it does.
But I believe the ingredient is just black tea.
That is the most fruity black tea I've ever had in my life. Well,
Organic Darjeeling black tea. It says it's got an invigorating boost of caffeine. All 4 dots are filled in there. We're going to do it 3 to 5 minutes. And it is bright and brisk with a light floral aroma. Okay, so subtle fruit notes. So let's pour some tea.
So.
In the background, you might hear the goats. We're out on the porch today because we're still working on that wood floor. That takes a while, you know it? This one, would you say this is closer to the Scottish breakfast?
Yeah, because the English breakfast does have a little bit of a sweet taste, which is why it is so good in something like a London fog. English breakfast gets away with being a little bit of a sweeter taste, but I think something like an Irish breakfast would be more hearty. And I'm not going to do any accents. I really want to, but I'm not because I don't want to offend any Irish or Scottish people. And actually,
Aye, lassie.
I think I am slightly Irish. But
We
then
have
I'm kind
some
of slightly
Irish and some
everything.
English and some Scottish and some German.
I was learning German, but then I thought, I won't do it anymore.
Yes. Isn't she cute? So let's smell them while we're brewing. This one is the Darjeeling.
Ooh. Okay, let's get this. Ooh.
Sweet.
Where have I smelled that smell? Where have I smelled that smell before?
In a tea shop.
Where? That actually kind of smells like, you know that fruit iced tea that I had from the same place that you got your London fog? It almost smells like that.
We went to a tea shop. All right, and then the Irish breakfast.
I actually wish that I could remember their name.
It's in Landrum, South Carolina. We can probably find out the name. Different.
But they were really nice, the 2 owners.
Not at all the same, this one and this one. All right, so we're going to try this Darjeeling, which we have not had before.
Live fully.
The color is a reddish amber, very clear.
Pretty. And according to British custom, you're supposed to not blow on your tea.
Or put your pinky out. And you're supposed to hold your tea by the handle. But you know what? I'm American.
So we blow.
I don't blow my tea.
Well, I do.
This leads with the bitter astringency.
I have burned my tongue too many times.
Have you had any yet? It starts off with, hey there, hello. I'd say more so than the Scottish. This is louder than your breakfast teas.
But it does have a very,
Wow, that is,
very fruity afternote.
it's screaming at me.
It's kind of like, hello, notice me.
It's like bitter and yet fruity.
I look creepy.
So you know what I'm going to do with it, don't you?
Sigh, I'm not even going to try and stop her anymore.
Put some tea in there for me. Some cream. Isn't that pretty?
I love cream and tea, but sometimes I just like it better without. So let's see which kind of tea this is.
Mellows it out and adds some fruitness, and now it's like mulberry cobbler.
I don't like it as much.
She doesn't like it. So when I was little, we had a mulberry tree that had fallen over but did not die. So we could get the mulberries right next to the ground. So all summer I had purple feet. And we would make mulberry cobbler. You'd take those mulberries and Cobbler's kind of like a pie. And we would have a lot of mulberry cobbler.
Ah.
Well, mulberry's close to a blackberry. So I like it much better. What
That's
are
good.
you doing there?
That left a really weird kind of sensation in my mouth, and I didn't like it.
Because of the cream? Or because of the Darjeeling?
The cream. Because without the cream, it didn't do that. So I cleansed my palate with some lemonade tea.
So it doesn't sound like she's voting for Darjeeling with cream.
No. Darjeeling itself is actually very good, but Darjeeling with tea is, meh.
Okay, she's a purist where Darjeeling is concerned. Don't cream her tea. Then we have the Irish breakfast.
And if you start saying that this is Darjeeling,
Whatever. Darth Vader, I don't know.
that is a totally different franchise.
Okay, this is much darker. It doesn't have as much red.
You know, speaking of Star Wars, this is never good. I had two friends arguing about who was better, Anakin or Luke,
At what?
at just being the Skywalker, which Skywalker was better. I'm just like, have you forgotten about Leia?
I have. No, she's the one with the cinnamon buns. This is bitter too.
They're like Guitaro's hair loopies.
My goodness, this is incredibly loud. In the same way that Darjeeling was.
I like this.
Maybe it's because I just drank that London Fog.
Although I think this would be good with cream.
It's not entirely, this is like you just accidentally bit into a nutshell. If you've ever done that.
Yeah.
Really bitter. And she's volunteering the cream. Malty is the word, I think. Strong. Oh, that smooths it out. Therefore, you don't like it. And I like it better.
Actually, I think this might be a little bit better.
Okay, so you like the Irish breakfast with cream.
I actually like the breakfast teas with cream, and that is actually how, at least the English breakfast, is supposed to be drank.
They're very strong, so people naturally gravitate to dairy and sweetness to mellow.
Now, don't put sugar in it.
Will you be in trouble?
Sugar is against the tea laws.
There are laws.
Here, yes.
Have we violated these laws?
No, we haven't added sugar.
I didn't know there were laws. So what you like better?
I like Darjeeling without cream best.
I have to say, they're both fine, but I really prefer my English breakfast because apparently I don't need a lot of loud. It's quieter.
Yeah, she likes English breakfast most of all out of our black
Breakfast
teas.
ones, yes.
Especially our breakfast ones, because it's not quite as flavorful as some other teas that we normally gravitate to, but it isn't out a guy one and do this whole thing, because as much as we love that, we can't do that every single day, multiple times a day. And I love doing a guy one session off camera, but you can't do it every time.
I just like a tea that doesn't hit me on the head.
But
Until we see you again.
make sure to make time for tea and a good book.